Hello all, decided to stream a bit more earlier today, no particular reason other than I don't want to worry about drawing anything after around 6 or 7. Tomorrow's a work day, that's why. So today I'm gonna be drawing the model name is Mathilda Bach, or Batch, but I think it's Bach, I don't know, apologies. If I mispronounce the name, and I think it's the photographer is by this. I think she was commissioned or they recruited her, but I believe the photographer is someone from uniquemodels.dk. Don't quote me on that. Link to the references in the description if you would like to draw along, or you don't have to draw along. You could be doing your own thing. In which case, feel free to do your own thing. Yeah. Today I decided to do try and draw a picture from a different perspective, from the bottom up, which means I am more than likely going to screw this up, and it's more than likely to come out looking weird. Not that it matters, because I do not think anyone's gonna hold it against me, but in case, apologies again. So at this minute I'm doing the sphere, the ball. I know most people would, general rule is to try and draw lines in a single stroke rather than multiple lines, because it looks messy otherwise, but this is a sketch, so I don't think there's any I don't think anyone cares for that matter. I'm gonna draw the center line. Let's flip this around again to do the side panel, the side part of the face. No measurements, because that doesn't appear right. No measurements, because it's generally harder to do it on digital unless I add the reference into Krita using this tool here, but I don't know. I don't like to do that. Mostly because I think it gets in the way for me personally. But generally, I just don't care about whether it's accurate or not now. What was I doing? Yeah, the side part of the face. Do the playback is going up to 1. I don't know what that means, however. And then the chin. Now you can't see the underside of the face from this angle. So I think the chin might be a little lower, but because it's top down, bottom up, I'm wondering, you don't see as much of the everything's sort of compact. Yeah, okay. The nose at this angle is always difficult. No, actually. Let's get the ruler out to measure the distance, the width of the nose. Use that as a guide line. If I were to rotate this ruler point, I think it would lie in here. I think. Do not want that. Perspective. Believe I might need to modify. Use the warp tool a bit. Push that in. Whoops. Just lower that opacity and move. See if I can make that better. So at the minute I'm comparing the lower jaw is a lot wider than the top. On a different tab, you're not going to be able to see it, but on a different tab I have a Sketchfab website loaded with the skull, with a model, 3D model of a skull, roughly positioned in the same orientation as the reference model. So it's not just one picture I have. But I did that because I wanted to know whether it's possible to see the underside of the jaw from this angle, and use the skeleton, the skull as anatomical reference. more and then lock it. Just going into the brush engine just to double check whether my ratio switch size is true. I mean, is enabled. Just gonna change the size, the eraser size of my brush. Now, according to the skull model, the jawline would slant down, and there's a bit of a, and roughly here's where the cheekbones are. So if I mark that out, I know the cheekbones would be here. And then the jawline relative to the side of your jaw. Basically, this bottom bit is actually quite flat looking, right? But it's not flat. You know, there's a bit of an angle here. And there's a bit of an angle there. Wondering if I could do something like that. Oh, hey Jack, cheers. Yeah, glad you're here. Hope you have a good evening as well, or good morning, whatever your time zone is. If at some point I do not respond to your comment while streaming, know that it's nothing personal. I can't do two things at once. I can barely breathe and talk at the same time. Yeah. So I don't know if you've caught the beginning of this, but of the stream, but I'm trying to draw a picture from the bottom, using a reference of a model from a bottom-up perspective. In the past streams, I've drawn a lot of them in 3/4 perspective, and figured it's about time to actually do something a bit more challenging. In this case, a lot more challenging. I think I have this tendency to always avoid this particular perspective drawing because it always looks awkward in my opinion. No problem. Cool. Cheers. Circle around the back, erase this side. I'm not actually doing what I usually do with and draw the right. I'm not even drawing the right head abstraction. If I probably slow down a bit and try making that first, maybe that might help. Let's just disable the previous layers and do that. Get rid of this. Alright. What do I do after that? Usually do the center line to mark out the brow. Now, because this is upwards, it would be a slight shift. So it's not exactly center. If I mirror this over, okay. Oh yeah, the other thing I need to add is that R to remind myself which way is what the original orientation of the canvas was. Okay, then the center line. Or should I not do the center line? Let's do that forehead circle first. Oh, 1 minute, be right back. Yikes. Okay. Alright. Center line. I don't know how far down this would be. Nor do I know where the chin is. So if I did a straight line down from where I think the center of the head is, just use the V tool. And then I compare that. I want to say that there's a bit, the angle is about less than 10 degrees. No. Let me read this line. Okay. Doesn't look correct, although I might be able to change it using the warp tool. Well, then what do I usually do? The Riley method, maybe the side of the face next. Okay. Then erase this curve and just straighten it out. Okay. Rotate that round. Switch back. Okay, then at this point I would do the mark out the forehead line, and then the lower the line where the nose would be, the bottom of the nose would be. Okay. Then at this point I would do the jawline. I mean the side of the jaw. Then I also need to put in the lower face. Now you could say that because I can't see the other side of the jaw, that I don't need to don't need to compensate for the, well, what I'm trying to say is I don't need to move the chin higher. So I can probably take that third and then apply it, keep that 1/3 here. Okay. But this mid bit, this bottom of the nose might be a bit of an issue because the cheekbones relative to the bottom of the nose is a bit higher. I think. Around, okay, so it's pointy on my end, but that's because I haven't rounded it out, which I'll probably do later, or now. Change the color by mistake, I think. No. Okay. Alright. While I'm here at this stage, let's just add in the neck. The neck is usually half a head, so half the initial circle. I'm just going to use the ruler tool, just probably. So I'm going to say that the pit of the neck, where the manubrium might be around here. Right. And I'm going to take that back. Put that here. And then put this here. Now I need to do the eye line, which is, if on a 3/4 view, I do about 1/3, I think. Yeah, 1/3 just below the eyebrow. Let's get rid of that ruler. This point. Maybe if I erase this not. Oh, excuse me. I was wondering what digital art software do you use? I use a free open source program called Krita. This current version I'm using is 5.0. It's, I think, released in sometime, actually in the beginning of this month. Yep, so it's a free open source art program. Why I used it as opposed to Photoshop is because I don't really want to pay Adobe. Bit of a cheapskate there, but yeah. I mean, I don't really need the full features that Adobe provides. All I'm doing is just sketching and drawing. Let me put in the ears. I knew you were using Krita. I just started trying to use it, though I am a complete novice. Hey, yeah, we're all novices at the things that we're trying to get better at. But yeah, no, I hope you're having a good time with it. Well, I did try using a couple of other softwares. There was one called Fire Alpaca. But the issue I had with it, that was I really didn't like the fact that on load there's always an ad. Which I can understand, you know, it's a free program, they gotta make the money somehow. But I feel though, through experience, it took longer to load because it was trying to load an ad. And then I moved on to using, I think it was called Media Paint Shop Media Bang, or something along those lines. Which I am pretty sure is a clone of Fire Alpaca, because most of the interfaces and how the brush engine worked was similar to Fire Alpaca. Let's shift the drawing down a bit. Let's move this up a bit. Oh, add that here. Okay, now what do I usually do at this point? Let's put in at least the marking, some indication where the mouth will be, because then I can work on doing the nose later. Yeah, noses are usually hard enough as it is, trying to draw them on 3/4. The second you try to draw a nose from the bottom up, everything that you thought you knew just goes out the window. I also don't like how big of a rhythm line I've made the muzzle. Anyway. Okay, so halfway from the halfway mark, and then in between here, the halfway mark usually indicates the top of the lip, and the halfway mark here usually indicates the bottom. Now, the tear duct, which I'm probably going to use as landmark for the dimples of the mouth. Nope. Would it be too late to ask what you're drawing, Jack? I remember that you left a comment in in a video that you like to draw as well. Of course, if you're not drawing anything, that's fine. I'm just gonna just roughen the lips. None of this is serious. Okay, and let me just move on to the nose. Okay, how am I going to approach this? I could do that thing I learned where you use a prism, I suppose, just to that's too far. Yes, I like to draw the normal, pencil paper, but now I'm trying digital art. I'm trying to start drawing characters for a game I'm making. Oh, sweet. Yeah. Pen and paper, in my opinion, is actually a bit more easier, although I do like the fact that in tools that the digital lets you manipulate stuff a lot better. I mean, you make a mistake, infinite control Z, and you're making characters for a game you're making. Oh, nice, nice. What game are you? What sort of game are you planning to make? Are you making it by yourself? Is it with friends? Are you using a particular engine, Unity or Unreal? Maybe even Godot or Godot. Oh wait, but if you're making characters, then you're probably just gonna do the art assets. So maybe you could do all of them. Hoping by watching videos like yours I can get a better understanding how to use Krita. Well, I'm flattered to hear that, mate. Honestly am. Don't take this the wrong way, but I think you could find other people better. Nah. Yeah, so, yeah, no, cool. I think for the most part, the drawing aspects of Krita is relatively simple. In terms of game development, I think you press Control W. No. W. Shift W. Yeah. Shift W. Lets you get not warps. What do you call it? You know how certain textures in games they have repeating textures. You could let's say have like a 500 by 500 as an example texture. Do your texture thing there, and then if you press Shift W, you can see whether it's I forgot what the word is. You know what I mean. That's the only thing about game development, game related thing about Krita I know so far. Yeah, I one time accidentally did that by accident without knowing, and posted it up on the Krita subreddit, and who was it? Yeah, David Revoir, who's actually a big advocate. Actually, he's actually a good artist to go to if you want to learn about Krita, because he's like full on. Uses Linux. He uses a lot of open source tools, and he's actually a French artist himself. He has a YouTube channel as well. So yeah, if you want someone that knows a lot about Krita, he's the guy to go to, amongst other people. I know the Krita Foundation have a YouTube channel. Was that pair right? Now switch to my eraser tool. I look him up. Thanks. To answer your question about what engine I use for game development, I'm using RPG Maker MV. Oh, cool. RPG Maker, that's the one that makes the top-down RPG games. Sort of like a Pokemon style. Undo. Okay. If I flip this, it looks... Oh, okay, switch back. Switch to erase that. I'm also trying to learn to do pixel art too. It's very difficult to do these things by yourself, but I think I can do it. But I'm taking my time because of my college work. Man, take all the time you need, man. Best of luck. No, studying and then doing these things, juggling a lot of things gets really difficult. Pixel art is pixel art is difficult as well. I tried my hand at doing some pixel art. I found it really hard. And on top of studying, I don't know how you can manage. But yeah, no, it's a nice challenge. And all the best to you. Okay. Let me mark out where the cheekbone should be. Now the eyes. How am I supposed to do the eye? How did I do the eye? Okay. Now I need to at some point review my how I do my abstraction heads, because I've noticed that I always seem to overshoot this this line here. So the reference show that from the end of the eyeball around here, which usually suggests that there's something I'm doing that doesn't correlate, that doesn't match up to that line. This. after that, the lips just looks weird now. No, that's not what I want to do. So yeah, I'm doing art, story, game development, shake my head. Ah. Yeah, well, you know, with great power comes with a great responsibility, don't it? One minute. Some swirly, floofy bits here. What? She has an earring. Ugh. Need to draw in the eyes. It looks real freaky without any pupils. Oh. I could say this is just a Naruto fan art and I'm drawing a Hyuga. To do the eyes. Alright. Oh, yeah, those earrings. Yeah, I was doing the hair and then I've noticed the on her right, the earring. Actually, speaking of about the hair, there's a bit of a slope here. Close enough. Oh, flip. Poor Neji Hyuga. What a way to go. You made all this fuss about destiny. Had your mind changed. Only to end up doing the very thing that you hated. Oh. I think that might count as a Greek tragedy, isn't it? What am I looking for? The racer. Okay. Let's do the eyebrow. I'm not good at drawing eyebrows either. Too bad, does it? Okay. So, if this was a painting, I could probably get away with it. It's just a different, it'd be different value. Ugh, nah, come on, I can do better than that. This side first, then. Hold up. What shape am I trying to do? Right, okay. So it has this sort of leaf shape, and then there's a trail. Does that look okay? No, it does not. I read the manga series from Naruto to Shippuden and was done after that. I feel Kishimoto does give some characters enough attention compared to Naruto and Sasuke. Does give some characters enough attention. To be fair, I don't think he intended to have that many characters. Oh, freaking hell, come on. I'll get rid of that. I'm gonna go move on to the ears and worry about the eyebrow later. Yeah. Doesn't. Right. Yeah. Yeah. The thing I like about Naruto was actually mostly the they call it a magic system, but basically the whole chakra system. I like the episodes where they talk about what chakra is, how to manipulate it, how to learn stuff. and just generally seeing how different characters from the different clans manipulate the chakra and stuff. I think I would have enjoyed the show a lot more if there was a bit more of that, where you get to see from Shikamaru's perspective how they utilized how, because every character seems to have like a one trick. Wait, let me think about it. Am I? Yeah, it does get broken in Shippuden. I do agree. I do agree with that. They made like a big deal about how it's important to maintain your reserves. It's important to maintain your reserves, and then towards the Shippuden, where you know Kishimoto just threw his hands up and said, screw it. You get a eye jutsu. You get you get an eye jutsu. Everyone gets an eye jutsu. You get to have frog eyes that don't do anything, but that's okay. You got something better. Oh gee, Kishimoto, what do I get? Who are you? I'm Rock Lee. I can't. What do I get? You get nothing, mate. You just get the ability to get people hyped up. You get the ability to for people to empathize with you. Oh, sweet, yeah. What can I do with that then? Afterwards, I write nothing about you for the next 2-3 volumes. Everyone gets a limited chakra to do many things with the techniques. Yeah, I think Kishimoto fell into the trap of it's probably obvious. He needs to have he needs to write something to pull in the readers, and what better way than to show people of a ultra new forbidden jutsu that requires ludicrous requirements. You know what? Just thinking about it, it makes me bored. Yeah. I mean, we all know Rock Lee's the main character. Everyone knows Rock Lee's the main character. Right? Guys? Alright. Something about this just doesn't look right. But what? How can I? Could it mean that the face is too long? Let me try. No. Control Control R, yeah, to get the rectangle selection box. Do that. Control T to transform. Low. Shift it up. Could be that actually, rather than. It could be just this line here. This is sort of at an angle, whereas on the reference picture, the a lot smoother, and then this not smooth but rounded, and then this bit sort of is flat before curving inwards. Now how does that look if I do that? Doesn't really look that better. Looks like a guy now. Flip. Rock Lee was underrated. Mike Guy was impressive as well. Yeah. Yeah, I really like those two characters. I like the fact that Rock Lee was always pushing to get better. I like how I like Guy, how he was underestimated, and yeah, I mean he was underestimated. He's just a beast. I mean, nothing I could say. I can't say anything much more than that. He's just a beast. No, that's not right. Come on now. Where's the lasso selection? L. Whoops. Didn't want the help manual up. No, press the B button. Come on. I was practicing drawing ears the other day. I know there's a... Actually, I haven't really rounded out the hair. I've only done it straight lines. That might be why it doesn't look. Well, it might be why it looks like a guy rather than. Did I save? No, I did not. There's the warp. No, that's not what it's called. Okay, I think the other issue is this bit needs to be lowered down. As in closer to the scalp. Oh. Try stay. I don't know. I think I'm gonna end it here. That will be all today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Jack, for tuning in and commenting. And I shall see you lots next week, hopefully. Alright, see ya.